Anna Nicole Smith. They did not. It seems harmless enough, a VHS from the mid 1990s with closed caption. Anna Nicole, more known for her modeling than her actress career, but she made a couple movies. She's in about a half a dozen or so. But this one stars her. It's called Skyscraper. 68 floors of action-packed terror. So what's unique about this, and the reason why I'm showing you, is because this is an old 24-hour fitness video. If you could see underneath, there's a round dot with a 24, and it says fitness. This tape was a member's information guide. You would join 24-hour fitness, pop this in, and learn the rules of what to do, what not to do. Well, Skyscraper, this PM distribution from Sunland, California, reused the tape. Now, it's easy to reuse the tape when this is not popped out. That's another thing. I have 5,000 VHS, 6,000, I don't even know. But that's very rare that I see that not taken off. Part of distribution is they record the movie on the tape, put the label on, pop this off so you can't accidentally record over it. That's what this is for. If this is on, you cannot record. Excuse me, you can record. If you pop it off, now it's record safe. Now let me show you this one I got. I'm out scouring. This was about 7 years ago. I see, oh, Burt Reynolds, Shark. Never heard of that movie. Let's see what it's got. I didn't see this. Skating Ice. So I remember clearly that day, even though it was a decade ago, I popped this in while I cleaned tapes. So I pop this in, and all of a sudden, ice skating starts. And I look. I go, someone recorded over Burt Reynolds, Sam Fuller's Shark, and recorded, this is a note to myself, that's not really free. I wrote this a decade ago. Women's ice skating 1990 CBS tape over Shark. They taped over it. And then I took a closer look and said, it says ice skating ice right there. And I was like, oh, it wasn't even a very good copy of ice skating. So that's no good. But of course, I had to say, wait, this is a show in the future. This is even long before I even started about thinking about shows. I said, it's just unique. That's not taken off. And you can record. Now, out of the thousands of movies, this just happened to be close, and I piled it in. Jill Claiborne and Barbara Hershey and Shy People. And the reason why I grabbed it, I could just any VHS, I'm going to look, and that's gone. See, you cannot record over Shy People because that's gone. Now, if you wanted to record, let's say you wanted to use it again, this is all you need to do. Is just get some tape and cover it gently. And then you put it in the VCR and you hit record. And you can tape over Shy People. But when this is off, it's protected against taping over the original content. So when I picked this up and said, why, I just picked this up randomly, but I started reading it. And you go ahead and freeze frame this right here because that's a good synopsis in the vein of Deliverance. And there's another one about Army Weekend. No, what was it? The guy who told me about this film is going to be really disappointed. I'm going to go ahead and skip that part for now. Oh, in case you didn't notice, I don't edit. I just do one take. So the cinematographer, though, was from The Killing Fields and The Mission. And those are both beautiful films in visually. I'm not talking about the content of the story. But go ahead, freeze frame that and read that. That'll be a good time right there. So anyway, most of them are like this. And then I realized I have just 4 tapes that do not have the tab taken off. I already told you about Shark and Skyscraper. And then here's an older one. And they just didn't know any better back then. Look, the labels were still handwritten. Guilty of treason. And look, there it is, still attached. When they just do distribution, they got to rip that off so no one tapes over guilty of treason. Now, this is really not for me. The collection's so big, and I kept having to purge the bottom. And 1949, it just doesn't, it's not A Few Good Men, that's for sure. A court drama, it's like, So, what I was thinking about doing was taking this off only, just the label. And I know that's guilty, I may regret it, but I just don't have it. My collection's too big. So I started taking this off gently, and I could put it with my sticker collection. So I'm probably going to do that. It's coming up pretty clean. And guilty of treason just has to go. This is it's 1985. Let me just leave it on for now. So that's the choices I have to make. But again, you could tape over it. And the last one I just got recently, I have the collection at Ebb and Flow, and then there's piles of shows everywhere. This is a small pile. And I got this recently. I said, okay, I got like 20 for $2. So this was 10 cents. But just the artwork alone, look at Hindenburg. And I have this on DVD and VHS on different release. This is Good Times. And again, I pulled it out and said, oh, that's not too bad. A vintage label, no spine label. But look, the tab's still on. Heck, this might be gymnastics for all I know. Someone might have taped over it. But anyway, the tab's still on. So there's the 4 with the tabs. Now that the tab's still on, they reused the tape. They took an old 24-hour fitness and said, oh, yeah, here we go. Got some tapes in the corner. And then they made the mistake of not even pulling the tab. So these are the 4 that I have that the tabs are still on. And have thousands and thousands that with the tab is pulled off the way it should be. But don't worry, all is fine. If they recorded over this, I haven't checked. I have a DVD copy of Anna Nicole Smith with insert. Now there's a little discoloring, but there's no odor. So this is just old in the sense that just got a little discoloring. But the DVD is in great shape. Look at that. I put it in a higher end case. Now it's a little faded. See the red here? It's a little faded there. But don't worry, when it's all said and done, Skyscraper with Anna Nicole Smith will be on the shelf. Actually, right next to this Skyscraper too. That's another show I have. Same title, different movie. Skyscraper, Skyscraper. Anyway, I just want to share that with you. They used an old 24-hour fitness VHS. They didn't pull the tab. You can record over this. Sagala out. Have a wonderful day.